I remember the first day I met Sam. Scheduled pickup day, 8th grade. She and her mom were talking with my mom about horseback riding when I walked up to introduce myself. I remember distinctly her Abercrombie clothes that coordinated with her lime green cast. I'm sure her first impression of me was just as distinct because I was wearing a hot pink cowboy hat and cowboy boots. Let's just say that by the look of repulsion on her face, you could tell that her Plano friends weren't as in touch with their countryside. The next thing I knew, I was crammed between Sam and Colin Couch in Miss Davenport's Algebra 1 class. As if helping a girl with a broken arm carry her books and open her locker isn't hard enough, just trying to hear her soft voice in class over Colin's continuous chatter made matters more difficult. But that was just the beginning for us. Over the years, Sam and I grew closer by association. We took the same classes, we had lockers near each other, we ate lunch at the same tables. Our friendship wasn't preconceived or forced. One day, I just realized that we had grown considerably close. Strengthening my friendship with Sam led me to the incredible realization that alongside her, diligence and commitment come much easier. Working hard and expecting success from each other became regular. I've been influenced to study harder, work harder, be more attentive, and assume responsibility for my own learning experience rather than merely being shaped by the opinions of others. With Sam's help, I've become humbled upon the realization that being smart isn't necessarily about having the highest grades. Looking back on the 5 years I've known her, I realize I've never met a more patient student. I've never met a young person more willing to sacrifice his or her time to stop and help another student with an assignment. It is no accident that these qualities, along with qualities of honesty, dependability, trustworthiness, and selflessness are all found in our salutatorian. Her accomplishments are no mistake, her achievements are no result of chance. Intrinsic motivation and high sense of self-efficacy have furthered her academic experience exponentially. She has created a distinguished image for herself. An image of passion, an image of curiosity, an image of pride, an image of confidence, an image unshaken by the world around her. They say you are who your friends are. Well, Sam, we're hard workers, we're devoted to our successes, we're positive about our failures, we're proud of our futures, and as much as you'd like to deny it, face it, we're nerds. I've had a blast laughing with you in the Dark Lords class, forcing Miss G to Google our abstract questions when she didn't quite know the answer, taunting Coach Nix in government with our sassy sarcasm, and hoping to someday prove Mr. Taylor wrong in a way besides merely pointing out the spelling errors on his PowerPoints. With that being said, I'm thrilled to introduce the girl who is known to some as the horse girl, commonly called Mumbit by others, recognized as the Prosper High School class of 2010 salutatorian, but also a fellow member of the Fightin' Texas Aggie class of 2014, Miss Samantha Ann Cravella.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, and fellow students. I'd like to thank you all for sharing with us a momentous occasion as my fellow classmates and I experience this milestone in our lives. About 2 months ago, I was tasked with opening tonight's graduation with a speech that will set the mood for the rest of the graduation ceremony. I must admit, it's been daunting trying to create an appropriate farewell to you, my fellow graduates. I decided to give to you, the class of 2010, some advice and memories from my heart, a product of the 4 years I've spent in high school, in the hopes that my words may touch you and help you in the future as they have aided me. In the words of my elementary school principal, never sacrifice the goodness in you in order to achieve the greatness in you. I have done my best to live by this advice, and it's proven to me that happiness is not attained simply through success in the academic world, but through success as a person and enduring integrity, despite the difficulties you will surely face. I have built my academic foundation on my integrity, and it has made all the difference, without a doubt. Life is not about achieving your goals at all costs. It is about doing so while maintaining your honor. Only the person who has reached greatness with his or her honor intact can claim true success. Another lesson I've learned through the years is perseverance, even in the face of the unknown or the seeming certainty of failure. Thomas Edison once said, "I did not fail 2,000 times to make a light bulb. I found 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb, but I only needed one way to make it work." Edison viewed his failures as opportunities to learn how to not make the same mistake again and considered them vital to his eventual success. As you all know, he did eventually succeed in lighting up the world by creating a working incandescent light bulb. Indeed, Edison's renowned success illustrates my point perfectly that failure is ill-named. Not succeeding in finding the answer is only failure if you choose to then give up. Otherwise, it is just a lesson learned. If you feel that failure is inevitable, try getting out of your own way, because much of the time, you are the only obstacle between yourself and the right answer. Treat your failures as a stepping stone to success. Most importantly, make your life worth living, because it's the only one you have. Use it to make a positive impact on people's lives. Make the most of the time you have so that when it's time for you to graduate from life, you're not looking back with regret for missed opportunities. Instead, surround yourself with the people you really care about. Don't forge empty relationships. Be yourself, and you will attract those who like you for yourself. Never underestimate the power of camaraderie with a good friend. You never know when you'll have nobody else to turn to. My hope for every one of you is that when you look back on your 4 years in high school, a smile lights up your face as you recall the memories you cherish the most. My personal favorites are staunchly defending myself against the confused people who call me a nerd every day, watching our 2008 football team win the state championship, winning various events at UIL academics, being Mr. Race's lab rats in psychology, mixing numerous hazardous chemicals in labs in AP chemistry, learning about history and other insightful lessons in AP US history, and many more. These memories are part of my past and many of yours too. They will become more and more important to us over the years. The past is what makes us who we are, and our attitude and plans toward the future give us insight into who we will become. At this crossroads in our lives, we now have to decide whether to work passively or to work honestly. Be passionate for what we want or to drift through life uncaring. Be a helping hand unconditionally to our fellow human beings, or show a cold demeanor to the world. Your potential is not an inevitable destiny. It is a choice, and you must choose whether or not to fulfill it. Have the nerve to be intrinsically motivated. Any person can sit around waiting for their employer to put a price on the work they could achieve, but a truly successful person pursues excellence without waiting for a reward. I believe that our generation, class of 2010, has the potential to cure cancer, combat autoimmune diseases, delve farther than ever before into the mysteries of space, and make permanent global changes in international relationships. You never know, maybe we can even fix all the mistakes our parents have made. But every single one of you has to choose hard work without guarantee of the resulting riches. Be passionate in our beliefs and care for the welfare of others. In closing, I'd just like to say thanks to the people who supported me. I couldn't have achieved this honor of salutatorian without them. To my mom and dad, thank you for supporting me unconditionally and steering me in the right direction all these years. To my whole family, I know there's nothing you wouldn't do for me. All of you are an integral part of who I am. To my friends, thank you for supporting me through thick and thin and showing me the importance of friendship. To my educators, thank you for equipping me with the tools not just for school, but also for the life-changing experiences I am about to have. And to you, the class of 2010, thank you for showing me some of the best times of my life so far. Whether we go on to college, enlist in the armed forces, the workforce, or just see what hand life will deal us, we are the future. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I can guarantee we can make it count. Count not the years you have ahead of you, but make the years ahead of you count. Class of 2010, I wish you all the very best of luck as you begin the journey that will last the rest of your lives. We are the future, and we are the class of 2010. Thank you.